Alright, enough about the stones in my hand, guys. This is time for Starcraft. And at Starcraft, we don't throw stones. That may have happened in Age of Empires 1 and 2 and even 3 before you got to the Bronze Age. But no, in Starcraft 2 you don't have Bronze Age, you don't have Silver Age, whatever what it was called. No, here we have Liquid Snute spawning us the Zerg, and I'm not sure that the units from our good old game Age of Empires would be able to deal with that.
Definitely wouldn't be able to deal with this Protoss player up in the top left-hand corner of our map, Dominator.
Yep. So, the first time I saw his nickname, I just thought, oh, another Dmtr. But no, it turns out he's a Dominator.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh, Dmtr, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Wrong. Dominator. Maybe his name is Dmtr, and he's a Dominator also.
I think Marvin the Marine is just disappointed, but yeah. He's not in this game anymore, so
well, that's why he's disappointed. He's just like,
yes.
Well, I wish I could be on this map. But,
we should give names to every basic unit in StarCraft. So we would have Marvin the Marine,
Roberto, which has already been decided.
Yeah, Proberto. Yeah, that makes
Very
sense. Good. Yeah, a Casanova. We could have Zealot. How would we call a Zealot?
Zachariah, perhaps.
Zachariah the Zealot, and they say, and he would say, "Oh, I prefer people would call me a Zealot rather than a Zachariah." Anyway, we have this probe just waving around the 5 mineral flag and waiting for Snute to come. Of course, Snute is too experienced to fall for that. He's not going to be annoyed. He will try to get this expansion running. Oh, and he gets it!
Nice
Oh! Proberto, you have just
Roberto has
passed.
failed the Dominator. He must return home and report his failure.
Yeah, he will be punished.
He will be punished. He will be dominated. That's what will happen.
5 other probes will just gang up on him and snap it up.
Mm-hmm. Probably prodded him with their probe electrical currents. Little zappity zap going on, probably.
Yeah.
Not very nice.
So guys, do you have... This is where you can actually make history. Let's make a contest for for a name for one of the basic units. So we already have Marvin the Marine. We have Proberto, the probe. Some people say Pete the probe. But could you name, for example, Drone? Could you give a name to the drone? This is why you will make history, guys. Because it will mean that you know, we'll be using that name forever after.
Danny the Drone. Ah, like Danny DeVito. But
oh, Crota, by the way, Crota, I think you are echoing. You're
I'm actually quite sure that there's echoing going on.
Yeah. Dave the
Ronaldo.
Drone, Danny the Drone, Darren, Derek. So, could you say again?
Dronaldo. I don't know. That's my favorite so far.
Drone de Fablo. The dude the drone. Dude drone, Django, Donaldo. I think that Dave was nice. Darren. Danny. Danny the drone. Or Dave the drone. Danny the drone. Just feels right. Alright guys, so for all of you who have just named the drone Danny, once you see me casting MLG and call the drone Danny, you will know that this is how you made StarCraft 2 history happen.
I'll have to do one of these each cast. I have to name a new unit each time.
So anyway,
all right.
Yeah, Dominator is just sniping off this Overlord. I think he was lingering here for a bit too long. Although Dmtr is not watching his Stalker, which is not good. He should move it as close to the edge so it doesn't lose time in the transit. But anyway, you know,
There's so many drones from Snute. He's already up to 40. He's got 9 on the way.
Wow.
Gonna be up to 50 drones really quickly. And
there are no Zerglings on the map, so Snute just went ultra heavy into economy because he just skipped all the Zerglings. He said, ah yeah, I don't need them right now.
Yep, really risky economic play, but it's gonna pay off because Dominator is not doing any sort of aggression. He just has a Zealot at the edge of the creep hanging out. Like, oh hey, what's up?
What's this sticking to my boot now? Zachariah the Zealot just runs away and
He was just like, oh wait, how did I get here? He said, yeah, Alzheimer's. He's like, Briar!
That must have been a nice party. You wake up on creep. I mean, you know, parties end in lots of different ways, and you wake up in different people's apartments. Sometimes you have a chick in your bed, hopefully, other than a dude in your bed. But when you wake up on creep, that's huge. That must have been a good party.
Yeah. And wow, just like jumping up to 63 drones. And he gets away with it. But here comes a little bit of stalker action. The Roach Warren's just finishing up, a couple of Spore Crawlers just in case, and 10 Roaches on the way. Is he going to be able to defend this third, though? The Roaches are going to take a little bit of time to get out. He only has the Queen, and a Spore Crawler is not going to help very much against these Stalkers.
Oh, nice time warp, by the way, but now, the Spore Crawlers has to go down, otherwise the Mothership Core, it survives. But what the Stalkers are going for, I mean, there are no Roaches right now. Oh, yes, there are. 5 Roaches are making their way here to the creep. And unfortunately, Mothership Core can just shoot on them right in your face. And Dominator is just positioning himself so the Zealots take the punch, and the Stalkers just you know, they will just focus on sniping the Roaches. Although right now I feel that they slightly lost the focus, but how will this engagement go?
Well, I mean, the Stalkers are all falling down here. I think this is going to be a defense from Snute. 4 more Stalkers coming from the side and the flank. Really nice micro from Dominator over here, and he looks like he's holding through. 9 more Roaches on the way. Zealot's getting warped in here to try and give a little bit of buffer for these really injured Stalkers. Really excellent micro from Dominator, keeping everything he possibly can alive here.
So those 2 Stalkers, they should be dead, but they are still alive, back from the dead nearly, or at the edge of dying. They already see the light in the tunnel, but they know it's a train, and they don't want to go there. And and Dominator just sticks with it. I mean, he saved all the Stalkers, and every Stalker you save is added DPS, and oh, the expansion on the third goes down.
Yep. Expansion goes down, he's going to lose a lot of that income. Mothership Core, though, duking out with the Queen, it's not going to go well. In the meantime, though, a lot of units getting lost from Snute here. He has a really nice engagement on the Stalkers. Stalkers getting picked off.
Wow, Dmtr is playing like a madman. Yes, it's true, Snute went for heavy economics, but still Dmtr was able to clear the third. That's good enough, I would say, against a player like Snute. If you manage to take down his third, you're awesome.
Yep, and he continues to warp in units. So many units killed by Dominator here. Snute still has the army supply lead, however, and it looks like he's going to wrap up this attack. I'm not 100% sure. The damage has been dealt. Third is down. It's 2 base versus 2 base right now. And we have the gateway units against just a very Roach-heavy force. Yeah, he's moving in again. Oh,
he keeps up the pressure to force Snute into even more and more army production, because that means Snute will not be able to reproduce his economy back. But, well, yeah, we're getting close to the edge right now. The Zerglings go in, and this may have been the edge that Dmtr or Dominator should have not crossed, because right now Snute will just chase him down through the map, and we have the robotic facility, so that's always a nice and thoughtful move, a nice gift for Christmas. But Snute is just Roach heavy right now. If you provoke Zerg too much into making an army, then you need to deal with that army. You need to have an idea about how to deal with that army, and it seems that you know, our friend Dmtr or Dominator, or whatever we want to call him, Denominator.
Denominator is very mathematical.
Yeah.
Counter push coming in here. We got the Lynx Roaches, and it looks like Snute, now that he's defended, is going to try and make the Dominator pay for his attempted domination at the Zerg, but it didn't work out. The Cybernetics Core going down. That's going to mean no more Stalkers. And Zealot only Force is not going to be able to deal with this Roach Link.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The force fields are kind of nice and nafty, but I'm not sure that he's... Well, okay, I'm sure now he's going to hold, but he's lost the Cybernetics Core.
Coming in there.
Yeah, the Immortal, very important mix for when you face so many Roaches. And what do we have here? All the pylons will get cleared. Now this is the moment where Protoss needs to be wary. Yes, he's going to get supply blocked. That's not so good. And Snute, anyway, just taking down this third again, because, well, that's what Snute does for a living.
Yeah, this is kind of an interesting play. He's getting the melee attack upgrades, but he's building a Hydroden as well. Initially, I thought I was going to go for something like Roach Hydra, but who knows? At this point, with the melee upgrade, maybe he's just planning on for later. He is bringing 5 Hydralisks in, so we're going to have to see where he comes out from here.
And I think, just giving a wild guess, I offer you, all viewers, not only a Heart of the Swarm copy every stream, but a wild guess right now. We see our Zerg players switching for the Hydras, but the Protoss is already preparing for Colossi production. And, you know, it all will come down to the timing of those units, so I can easily imagine a way of just snapping a Colossi because there was only one. But if you have too many Hydras and you face too many Colossi, then sorry, you're wasted. Unless we have Snute going for a Viper. And there was silence. And Diego knew it was good.
And then we thought about the Viper, and that was good. The Viper is really nice, having that Roach Hydra composition and just totally negating the Colossus with the Obsessed ability. But, yeah, we'll have to see. We are seeing a Roach Hydra force. I'm still thrown off by this this +2 melee attack. We're going to see what the long-term plan is.
I think Snute wants to switch. Oh! The Mothership Core just got back home, barely alive, without her energy. And I think the Nominator will need to deal with this push without having Colossi range upgrade. That's not so good.
Definitely not. The range, however, on the Hydralisk is only 5 right now. He decided to get the Hydralisk speed first, which is a lot of times what the Zerg players go for.
And Snute goes from both sides, and he will try to seal the deal. And yes, and our friend the Nominator is just having trouble splitting his army in half because he needs it all to defend whatever Snute has to throw at him. And Snute going for a Forge, and oh my god, he can also focus this Robotic Bay before the Colossi range upgrade gets finished. This will be huge. Oh, and it goes down.
Go down. In the meantime, he's over at the third. He's just wherever Dominator is, Liquid Snute is somewhere else, dealing lots of damage and taking things out. Here comes a big rush of Zerglings and a Spire, which is an interesting little transition we have going on here.
So this is why. So I think that we have just saw Snute going for an attack, and you said, oh, I'm not really sure I agree with the melee upgrade, but as you see now, he has done enough damage with this attack to have a nice Zergling follow-up ready, perhaps alongside with some Corruptors, perhaps alongside with some Mutas. I think he has gas for some. No, he decides to go with Roaches, but anyway, that follow-up will be so powerful, and he will just able to swarm Dmtr, the Dominator, whatever we call him. You know, it's his fault that he doesn't have his full nickname here. I can do with it whatever I wish. And let's see how Snute tries to close. These units are far away from their mother core. Yeah. Not good. Snute, you need to refocus. Yeah. Gently now, and
comes a surround from the other side.
Oh, and they're off. They're off right now, and chasing, trying to catch the Colossi. The Colossi deals a ton of damage, but unfortunately just gets sniped by the Hydras, and the Zerglings are just swarming. We have the Roaches rolling. We have everything that we pretty much need in this engagement, although it seems that Dmtr is holding his ground just barely. No, the last Colossi goes down, and this means the last bit of damage is also done, and after a very long and, not extinguishing, exhausting, that was the word I was looking for. Exhausting game. Dmtr has to surrender, and Snute claims the victory, making it 1-0 into the series.
Well played. And just to be clear, I wasn't disagreeing with Snute with his choice. I was just more interested to see what he was going to do with it. I'm always trusting a Snute to make the right call, and I'm more looking to learn out of it than anything.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, let us know how you like the stream. There's actually a feedback thread on Team Liquid, so let me just post that to you. There's a Team Liquid feedback thread right here. You should get that now. So So anyway, you can go there and tell us how we're doing as casters. You can help us grow, help us become professional casters. My personal goal over the next couple of months, perhaps next year, is to become a professional caster. I'm training hard for it. I'm running 5 kilometers a day just to make sure that I stress myself enough to get there. Anyway, could you join the game, by the way?
I'm already joining.
And you know, besides dropping your feedback, there's a reward for that. If you drop actual feedback, your honest thoughts, if you don't like something about the stream, let us know, because we can fix it then and become even better. And you know, in return, once every 2 weeks we'll be giving out an additional Heart of the Swarm copy for people who drop us feedback. Yes, this is how we say thank you. Let me just make sure all casters join. Yeah, casters, join! I summon you, my minions! Where are
Yegwin, Caster Master.
Yeah. Wow, that's a sick nickname. Caster Master.
I'm the master of all casters.
Yeah.
I summon my casters.
My friend, let me tell you a stupid story. My friend had a t-shirt, and on the t-shirt there was a logo of a lake, and on that lake was a boat, and there was a father and a son with fishing hooks, and that just enjoying their fishing time. And under that, what it said is, "Hey Dad, I'm a masturbator." And you know, he only wore that shirt once. Once I pointed out to everyone else, "Oh, it says you're a masturbator." He just wasn't into that t-shirt anymore.
Yeah, weird. I don't know why that would happen.
Yeah, I would wear that proudly.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need to do everything with pride, otherwise you just lose class. Alright, and the game is up. What up? The game is up.
That's what's up. Newkirk Precinct.
And like we explained multiple times, the only difference between Newkirk Precinct and Newkirk District is around 5 letters. That's it.
That's it. That's all it is. I've tweeted it out. I've searched forums and Team Liquid, and haven't ever been able to come up with an answer for what the difference is between Newkirk District and Newkirk Precinct.
Exactly. So anyway, my dear friend, here we have, spawning as the blue Zerg in the bottom right position, he is Snute, and he plays for Team Liquid.
And in the bottom left-hand corner of our screen of our map, we have Dmtr, sometimes known as Dmitry, sometimes known as Dominator, sometimes known as Denominator.
And his real name is Dmitry.
Yes.
So, you know...
Yep, basic stuff going on. It looks like Dmitry Dominator Denominator is going to be going for some sort of a Forge expand. He's scouting very early.
I am being annoyed by that caster. That's not professional. Sorry for calling you out. Yeah, don't do that. Although once I was in a game casting DreamHack in Polish, and I didn't realize the game is being on main stage, and I lagged for a second, and I said, "Oh, sorry guys, I was just I was just alt-tabbing," and you know, 30,000 people just saw that on main stage. Why not?
Oh no!
This is how you became famous, you know.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know I was on the main stage. You know,
oops!
Throw in your link.
Yeah.
Check out Liquid.
I don't know. I'm being on main stage right now. Visit Yegwen on Twitter for more awkwardness.
Yeah. So seeing the pool first is gonna go with the Forge first, staying nice and safe, dropping off the pylon. Snute going for the third first, as he oftentimes does.
Yeah, you know, what option do you have really as a Zerg? If you get blocked by a nasty pylon in your natural, then you know it's only natural that you expand on your third.
Well, I mean, there's always the option of one base lurker drop play. Wait, no, there isn't. Never mind, that was the wrong. That's completely the wrong game. You know, one base Broodlord play is definitely a transition that you could make. I don't know if it'll work out though.
Yeah, and
we
have Oscar, the Overlord, just checking what's in the base, and he notices that hey, we have a lot of probes, and two gas is being taken. So in fact, Snute gets a lot of information. Although no, he doesn't. He doesn't check for the second gas. He just goes for the natural. I guess that's more important for him. Before any units that could shoot up come up, it will be a long time, so he can easily scout this and see what happens. Zerglings just clearing this nice little pylon and placing down another hatchery. We have 4 Zerglings as opposed to the 2 that Snute went for the last game, and we'll see how it goes.
Very aggressive pylon, but looks like it's going to get scouted by this Overlord. Yep. Going to cancel that. Dmtr perhaps planning out some sort of early attack, maybe some cannons, I'm not 100% sure, but very nice from Snute. He's going to avoid any of that cheesy type tactics.
Yep. So let's see what happens now. We have the cybernetic score. The players are just trying to make their tech choices. I mean, you know, for Snute there's only one tech choice, and that is to expand. And you know, once he expands enough, then he can just start making units. This is how the Zerg plays out. Now we have one angry zealot, Zachariah the Zealot, chasing away all the Zerglings. And he says, "Ah, my name is Zachariah, I hate it, I hate you." And, you know, all the Zerglings just run away in scare.
Yeah, I mean, they could just keep running away like, "Ah, you can't slash us unless we try to kill you."
You have a silly name.
Yeah, like, "Stop picking on me, I'll slash you with my side blades." "Yeah, you can't catch us, you're slow zealot." Too many cakes for that zealot.
By the way, we already have the robotic facility, and we also have one additional gas. So I could say that considering there is the +1 upgrade at the natural, Dmtr, the Dominator, or whatever we call him, is going for an all-in with sentries and immortals. What do you think?
Well, all the pieces of the puzzle are there. A lot of time that 4th gas gets taken, and we haven't seen that just yet. But aside from that, yeah, we'll be awaiting perhaps a massive. There's the 4th gas. Snute sees the 4th gas. I don't think he has any more information as far as what's in the base, though.
No, but that's Snute, you know. He has, you know, once you become such a good player, they just send you this pack of the, how you call them, not oracle cakes, the cookies, fortune cookies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I called them oracle cakes the first time, and that just got stuck in my head. So they send you a bag of fortune cookies just related to Starcraft strategies, and oh, Snute gets the confirmation, and now he knows there's another gas here, although he doesn't know that there is one here. Anyway, what do we have? We have more gateways and an immortal on the way. Where is the rest, I'm asking?
No, it's really interesting. He's Snute at this game is going to go even higher in the drone count. He's going up to 77 drones. And here comes the gateway play. What does Snute have for tech for as far as defending for this? Looks like 2 Evos on the way, a Spire, and the Roach Warren's up. So he's going to have a lot of tools to be able to dismantle this.
6 gates and a robo, yeah, Sentry Mortal all in all its glory and all its horror. We have Snute that's going for Spire, which is always a good tech choice, but then what worries me is the amount of Zerglings. You need Mutas to defend that, and I think Snute knows what's going on in general, although Zerglings are not so helpful.
Nope, he's going to be taking the 4th base. Don't know if that's the move to make, but of course we trust in Snute. And we'll see exactly how his defense of this particular all-in goes.
Yeah, so the Zerglings are going there now. If this hits this very fragile timing, no it won't. I was just saying, if all the sentries are loaded up into the Warp Prism, then the Zerglings could deal some nice damage to the Immortals. But what is Snute doing? Uh-oh, don't engage this, my friend. Run away! Scare away.
Yeah, and he scouted that there's no 3rd. And He's got to know what's going on right now. In the production, we got 10 Mutalisks. We have upgrades for all of his units. Lots of Zerglings.
I just love the way that Snute is teasing for Dmtr to force some force fields unnecessarily. But Dmtr is way more patient than that. I don't know why he was shooting at his own pylon, but I guess that comes with practice.
Well, if your pylon backsasses you, you have to show him who's boss. Like, hey, pylon, knock it off, keep warping in.
Yeah. And the army is moving in, and we have the tension rising. But then Snute, with this unquestioned army of Zerglings, manages to take down 2 pylons. This is going to be huge for the Protoss. He won't have enough supply limit, and he will be able to use the Warp Prism for warping, of course. But that doesn't give you the supply. And we have the run-in, and are there enough Mutas to deal with that?
Gonna pick it right off. The reinforcements are gone. This is the force that he has to deal with, and if he does deal with it, he's going to be in a tremendous position and perhaps win the game. The Spine Crawler is going down.
Yeah.
This is actually a very, very difficult battle at this point in time for Snute.
But every Spine Crawler that goes down just pays for his life with some energy, some damage on the shields of the Protoss' army. And right now, Dmtr doesn't have enough units to defend against the Muta. And he is being overwhelmed. Oh, I'm sorry, but it seems Liquid Snute has done it. There are no longer sentries. Now, what he needs to do is just continue Muta and Link production, and that's it.
Yep, the upgrades are finishing up. There's the GG.
There's GG.
Mortal Sentry Line did not work out. Liquid Snute with the Mutalisk defense. Well done.
Not against Snute. So that means Snute becomes another one of our semi-finalists, and thus will be taking up the semi-finals, I think, quite soon. Let me just find out what is up with the rest of them. I think, we already have the first one prepared. SES Turek versus Utopia. So I think, Jack, this is the moment where we part for tonight.
All right. And then in which case I will say goodbye to you all.
Yeah.
And I'll be seeing you guys on Monday, I believe.
Thank you for dropping in. On Monday we'll be having a nice show match. I already forgot who is playing. Too many players flying around. But anyway, I'll be switching to casting with Crota now. Jack, thank you for dropping again. You can follow Jack Attack at his YouTube. Dead Jack Attack. He's the Jack Attack. If you find other Jack Attacks, they are not the Jack Attack. And he'll paste all the links while we are being live now. Anyway, we'll be back in a second with you. In fact, in 3 minutes of a commercial break, you can just go and grab a cup of coffee. Take good care, guys.
See you later, guys.
I am here. See if I can get in. You also need to invite me to the chat. So how did everything go with Jack Attack?